beautiful sort of day. Hello, everybody.
Oh.
That way. How about you face the camera then? Alright, hello everybody, and yeah, welcome back to Clean Valley Farms on this beautiful pre-spring day. I got the garden's assistant here with me, and it is definitely a pre-spring day. I noticed on almost all of the semi-permaculture plants that it looks like they've made it. So, as another welcome back to one of the last 3 or 4 videos in the semi-permaculture playlist. There will be changes and they will have a real home because we have a real home, so they get one too. Alright, let's take a look at some of those plants. So aside from the fig that's enjoying the luxury of indoor life, so-called, it's not looking too good. We'll take a look at that later, different video probably. This is where the semi-permaculture garden has spent its winter. There were a lot of concerns, both experienced and expressed, about how these plants would do, and I'm pleased to say it looks like most of them have done fairly well. We'll start here at the goji berry and work our way along. Not sure how well we can focus on it here, but on this very flexible goji berry branch, I have a great number of what appear to be spring buds forming for me. Well, I was quite concerned about the goji berries because they're such a slender plant, and apparently you're supposed to kind of take care of them in their first year. After that, they're nice and hardy. They did appear to make it. This one on the end definitely looks nice and healthy from what I can tell. I don't know, it's my first real winter with a goji berry. The next one beside it here is, it almost looks like it's grown. This thing is a lot taller than I remember moving. And it is again very flexible, showing lots of signs of growth. And these spikes are pretty interesting. Crazy. Gonna be sturdy enough for some of the birds we've got around here to land on. So, the goji berries, aka Christmas berries, aka wolf berries, both seem pretty good. It's an exciting start. Next to it, I believe we have the first official tragedy, but there are a couple places that look like maybe it's gonna make it. This is the supposedly hardy self-pollinating kiwi. Yeah, we're going to have to wait for more snow to melt before we know the ultimate result of that, but I'm thinking this one may not have survived. While it's half a guess, it's a semi-educated guess. I think the one next to that is the red currant, and again, I'm seeing signs of budding. It's a very stable little plant, quite secure in there. I'm thinking that one made it. If I recall correctly, the next one we've got here would be the gooseberry. I've never grown a gooseberry before, you know, buying this one, I think it was on sale at Walmart or something for $4 when we got it, same with the red currant beside it. Never eaten one, not sure I've ever seen one in the wild, but if it's edible, I'll give it a grow. That's kind of my policy. But this too looks like it's survived the winter, and it will live to see a permanent location here on our little homestead, so that's a wonderful start to long-term food production in our new home. What do we got next to it here? I believe this to be one of the honeyberries. Couldn't tell you which variety right now, but this thing, I have no question about whether or not this is still alive. There are buds popping out all over this, and frankly it got treated a lot better this year under the snow than it did last year in the backyard, because I thought it was dead already. So, you know, this year I had a pretty reasonable hope for it staying alive, and look at it now. This is going to need a lot of room when I plant it in. Next we have the grape that I tried to root from the vine. I'll have to check back in the videos to see just how long ago I stuck that thing into the bucket. But, if we take a look, that looks like a bud there. Follow up the vine. That looks like a healthy bud there. Might be a shoot there. I think I have a grapevine. Now granted, I don't think this is the green grape that I was desperately hoping for, and there's some irony in all this somewhere, I suspect, but it is a fabulous tasting grape. I'm sure it'll make a great raisin, and probably a pretty decent dark red wine. Next, I think this would either be the Saskatoon berry or the blueberry. I don't quite recall. Again, this plant is showing ample signs of starting to produce for the coming spring, and clearly having survived this, well, real sort of winter as compared to where we came from. So, huzzah! One more to the left would again be the Saskatoon or the blueberry. I'm not quite sure. And again, very strong signs of survival. I am super excited. I spent most of my winter worrying that these things were going to die on me. But it looks like for the most part, I've got quite a selection of edible shrubs to put to ground. Going to be an exciting spring around here. One more on the end, I think, is the other variety of honeyberry that again seems to have survived. And those ones were a little tricky anyway. Like I said, last year I thought they were dead, and they were not, so here they are now. Guess that leaves the black lace elderberry bush. Not quite sure what to think about this one. Doesn't seem quite as alive as most of the others, but we shall see. There are a couple of signs that indicate maybe, but it almost looks like maybe it tried and then it didn't make it. Like I say, come spring thaw we'll get a better look at these things, but so far it's looking really exciting for most of these shrubs. So as I said, this is going to be one of the last probably 3 or 4 videos for the semi-permaculture garden, and that's because, like I also said earlier, they are getting a permanent home. I'm looking into hugelkultures and swales and, well, a few different concepts along those lines. I want to set them up, you know, good. They've suffered enough, I think. Alright everybody, so I'm going to wrap this particular video up there and get inside and warm up my hands, because while it looks beautiful, it's still at or about freezing right now, so yeah, the plants are happy, I'm happy, but I'm chilly. So thanks for joining me here on Clean Valley Farms in one of the last of the semi-permaculture garden videos, and have yourselves a fantastic day. Take care everybody.